Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mini Ninjas chiming in. As promised, we're going to be doing a quick review on Mortal Kombat X trailer that just came out a day or two ago realistically. And based on some new information that came on Twitter, mostly citing sources such as Ed Boon's own Twitter account, not to mention some other comments that come up here and there, we'll start off by talking about what we know is fact up to this point. First things first, this new MK title is going to be coming out in the year 2015, and effectively is being hinted at not only the next generation systems, aka Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but also having some presence on both PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 at this point, if I read correctly. The next thing, which is loose, I'd say part truth and part speculation, is based on a comment for questioning exactly how this particular trailer seems to tie in with previous MK games at this point. The answer given is that it was complicated, especially with the histories being that the last MK title effectively erased a lot of history from all the other MK titles up to that point, effectively being a revisionist version of Mortal Kombat's 1 through 3. In turn, here's where my speculation kicks in on how that complicated kind of answer goes into place. What might be happening as a result is what happens when the new revisionist history collides with the already established history of MK titles up to this point prior to the very last title. Effectively, at that point, we're playing with something that's akin to multiverse theory, which would kind of explain why we have Sub-Zero here in a clearly human format, despite the fact that both Sub-Zeros are either dead or cyberized and actually subsequently dead, depending on which version you look at, even from the last title. The next thing which this particular scene is bringing up here is Sub-Zero rips off a tree branch in order to use it as a weapon. Basically a makeshift bat of sorts, or mace. How this works? It pretty much is a good hint, not to mention with the fact we see weapons both on Sub-Zero's, or near Sub-Zero's person, plus on Scorpion himself, that we're going to be seeing an introduction of both weapons as a kind of a regular feature on some of these fighters, possibly again to the alternate fighting styles that use weapons from later MK titles, along with interactive backgrounds and elements, which is basically something that NetherRealm did very recently. Well, I should say very recently, kind of an asterisk there, for Injustice, and what we probably see for Injustice 2 or Injustice Year 2 whenever that's properly announced. Side note that double spear throw is entirely new, and I wouldn't be surprised if that became part of Scorpion's regular moveset from here on out. Which would be nice because it's actually really impressive. And that had to hurt. Anyway, to summarize my points up to here, in terms of speculation, 1. Introduction of weapons, some possibly alternate fighting styles, as well as interactive objects. 2. This is actually going to be kind of a combination of histories and universes to kind of help explain what's going on. And of course, since this is probably going to take relatively space after the stories of MK's 1 through 3, we are indeed going to be seeing more of Quan Chi and Shinnok, because quite frankly they were teased at the very end of the very last game's storyline, so we're going to be picking up after the other story or the previous game to some extent. Aside from that, we have to wait till E3 to find out more in concrete details. Thanks for watching, catch you all later.